Well, after his impressive third place yesterday, Jonah Street, also from the USA, remained with the big boys for this one. Another convincing ride for the man from Allensburg in Washington State's 5th position, and he's a newcomer on the Dakar.
The late surprise has been Jonah Street, the privateer. Jonah Street also has problems, at least temporarily.
Feel okay, stuck in the dust there for quite a while. Kind of a bummer because once we got out of the dust, it was only twisty for another 20K or so, and we got on this fast road. Fun, pretty country. Try to do as well as we can today.
The humble American privateer still manages a 5th place finish on the stage.
So stage 12 is the start of a marathon stage, and that means that we have no assistance.
Tonight, it's different than any other night in a bivouac where we don't have access to a mechanic that's not entered in a race vehicle.
That means that the drivers become mechanics for a night, and I can guarantee you there's a lot of mechanics that are losing sleep over that thought.
I totally feel like I can beat the guy. I mean, I don't care that he's Mark Homa. I mean, I really don't. He's probably a better navigator than I am, but he's done it like 5 times. I've probably logged thousands more miles of racing than he has. For a long time, I've looked at this race as a race that I could excel in because of my tendencies to do well in a longer event versus a shorter event. If you want to race for 15 hours, I'll most likely do very well.
The men on 2 wheels, the heroes for so many who follow the Dakar. Jonah Street from the U.S. would stop rapidly in order to assist a fallen comrade, Jean de Azevedo, the Brazilian.
An American privateer bursts onto the scene to surprise in stage 7.
First car, and I have no idea what I'm doing leading.
On the same day, Jonah Street announces his presence, but has a sportsmanship sense to stop and see Andy Grider, who is forced to say goodbye due to injury. They dare to challenge the most forbidding territory on Earth, with only their faith and a few hundred cc's. Each has their own motivation, but they share a dream to live free and reach great heights. Privateer Jonah Street has had to rely on himself and a makeshift team, from the building of the bike to this point in the rally. And as of right now, he wouldn't trade his privateer experience for anything.
Being a privateer is definitely different than riding for a factory team. I've been on a factory team before, and I can honestly say that I'm having fun. I can make up for that on the bike, the way I ride the bike, whether I conserve the bike or, you know, if you haven't noticed, those guys crash their bikes a lot. I think that the European riders struggle because they don't do desert races. They don't have any place to go desert racing. I get on my bike and ride out the back door, and I'm riding in the desert. And I have been for 20 years. So when you see me cutting through the bushes and you see those guys sticking to the road, that's just because I grew up cutting through the bush.
On this day, there are 2 feel-good rides. Shockingly joining the inspirational local on the podium is American privateer Jonah Street, riding into Mali for the first time in his life.
It was amazing. It's the longest, toughest rally in the world. So you basically have to be either kind of stupid or kind of gnarly to finish well. So I'm both, I hope. I didn't know, I just finished the stage and I honestly figured that I had gotten maybe into the top 15. Once I got past Gastoke, I really kind of just cruised. There wasn't anybody else to pass, so I was just kind of motoring along. Coming into Bamako, saw my mechanics at a gas station, and they're all jumping up and down and smiles. I'm like, what happened, you know? And they told me I got third, and I was like, wow. And they just told me I got third. What do you think of that? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
When a privateer does something like this, the big corporate dogs come chasing. Wonder what Jonah will say. From within the pack, Jonah Street decides to break away, blaze his own path, and take a friend along.
You know, he's like, let's just go through the bushes. Let's just hang together and go. I'm like, all right.
Blaze's trust in Street pays off. Jonah's navigation preserves Blaze's fourth place overall result. A remarkable and promising finish for both riders.
Now, today was the nail in the coffin. Cyril's going the wrong way, and I'm going the right way. I mean, how much more confidence do I need after that?
Privateer Jonah Street's ride and humanity have been exceptional. For this, he earns a trophy, no matter what the size.
Oh, I don't know. My guess it's going to be like kind of like a decompression when you get home. It's just intense. It's going to be cool to get home. The cogs that turn the wheel right here.
These are the cogs that get ground up underneath the wheel.
When was the last time you guys got more than 3 hours of sleep?
San Francisco.
Who was I in San Francisco?
It's gnarly for the mechanics. You know, they got to keep that thing running down the road. It's its first Dakar too, so it's kind of learning.
The truck is cherry.
And Charlie, I met him 2 weeks before, and then everybody else I met in Lisbon, and we've had a blast. I think they're tired of me, but I've had a blast.
We are tired of him, but if he continues to finish third in every stage, we can deal with it.
I didn't even see the bikes until we got to Lisbon. They did a good job. We've gone through a clutch, a motor, chain, and sprockets. That's it. But that's to be expected after 4,000 miles.